Boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it if you're being yourself, fuck them.
And welcome to another episode of The Noize. Hollywood Kev will not be on this episode today. He's actually handling some things with his family. We do ask that you keep him and his fam in prayer. But I have a solid stand-in. We have one of the newest members of the Beat Network family. You heard him for the entire second season of Pillow Talk Sin in the City. 1/3 of the threesome, the man himself, Tavon Greatness Patterson. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, what's going on? I'm doing very well. The emergency sixth man has
straight
checked
up
in.
Harden in OKC.
Has checked in, exactly.
Stepping in, he putting up 30 for the team one time.
30 for the team one time, man. Shout out to the homie Kev, man. Hopefully everything is going well. Family first.
Of course, family first.
Family first, man. But yeah, I'm excited to be here on the Noize.
Yes, sir.
On the Noize. So.
Right, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel bad because one of the traditions that we have here is that when new people come to Beat, I always put them on the Noize.
Okay.
Always bring them on the Noize, get an interview, get some background knowledge on
right.
them. You jumped right into Pillow Talk.
Yeah, I jumped right in with the women, and I was just like, okay, I like how this is going.
Real quick.
They shifted me right where the females were, but good. It was a good look.
Exactly.
I've enjoyed my co-hosts, man. They are wonderful, phenomenal women, and looking forward to season 3 whenever we get back in the lab and have our minds collab and figure out what we want to hit them with. But
yes, sir.
It's been an exciting journey, man, and I'm just happy to be finally out of the orphanage of just randomness around the city of Las Vegas. So,
well, we've talked a few times, and you're tapped into like so many different areas of entertainment in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So now that I have you here, even though here we are some months later,
months in the game,
I guess we can actually get the ear hustlers up to date with who you are before we get into the conversation. So let the people know who and what is Tavon Greatness Patterson.
Tavon Greatness Patterson. Tavon himself. I'm just a guy who has taken life for what it is, man, an adventure. And I have just totally rode that wave of just trying to live better today than I have yesterday.
I hear that.
With following my calling, man, as far as with comedy, it was always a thing of mine. Spoken word, I do music here and there, man, and it's just tapping into that entertainment field, man. Just trying to be a all-purpose cat, man. It's just that's the journey that I'm on, and understanding and learning something new every day is kind of like how I'm surviving in this game. So, just making sure that I'm putting myself around the right people, and like I said, trying to be in a position to where one day I can be the blessing that people have been for me.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Just trying to recycle that, man, and just enjoying it, just enjoying the journey, man. Retired from the military. I was in the military 13 years.
Okay, thank you for your services.
That
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew that you were all you can be.
Yeah,
but I didn't know how long you was in. God damn, 13.
It was 13 years, man. And people, of course, when I say that, people don't think that I'm as old as I am, but I am. And and I look good for my age. It's all about genetics and keeping yourself together, man. So I'm big on the fitness tip, man.
You're the organic water drinker.
Yeah, the organic, fresh from Lake Mead, filtered, all that, but the real stuff.
I don't know, Lake Mead gonna have you looking like me at my age right now. So that shit is take you out.
But I do drink the good stuff, man.
Of course,
and all that. But and I think the military it taught me a lot. It made me a better person. It really did. I don't change anything that I went through with the military, man. Mm-hmm. It's given me the tools that I've needed to be a better man.
Okay.
And so, I gave them 13 years of sweat equity, and I'm better for it.
Yes, sir. So 13 years in the military. When did comedy become your thing? Because you were tapped in everywhere.
Yeah, comedy took its professional leap in 2010. I was always considered, growing up, the class clown, the gregarious guy, the funny guy. I was very caring, but it always looped around to, all right, where's the punchline coming? We know something's happening. So,
right.
But I took that leap, man, in 2010. Funny story, I was talking to one of my high school friends, and it was recently after I came back from my second tour in Iraq. And I was at a place where I was just like, man, I don't know what I really want to do. I was sitting back at home in Toledo, Ohio, man. We call it the mud. And it was just sitting down, I was talking to him, and he was like, dude, what are you waiting for? And I was like, what are you talking about?
You can't just introduce some shit like that in the conversation.
I was like, what are you talking about? And he was just like, man, you supposed to be on our TV screens and on our laptops and stuff like that. He was just like, what are you waiting for? And I was just like, what do you mean? He was like, the comedy, man. He was like, we've been waiting for you to get these jokes off. And it was always a thing of mine. It was just, I guess, I was never in tune to just go out and seek out the necessary people or the places to go about it, man. But he said, yeah, man, I'm going to link you up with Phil. And I was talking to Phil at the time, but then it was another Phil who was actually throwing open mics and stuff around the city, and I had no idea. And then so he made that connection, man, and then I linked up with him. He was like, oh, Tavon about to come out and do, oh, you gotta come to the show. So it was like on a Tuesday. And over the weekend he was like, yeah, just give me like some 5 minutes and stuff like that. So at that time I didn't know the structure of stand-up comedy. It was just, from watching Def Jam and Comic View and
do what they do.
Yeah, I was like, okay, do what they do. And so, I got up there, man, and the funny thing was when I told people, and I told them nonchalantly, like, yeah, man, I'm about to go do an open mic comedy show around the city. And then it was, once the family found out, and then they started spreading the word. And then when we got there, my boy Phil was like, man, it's a lot of people in here. Who is all these people? And they was like, and then his sister was like, they've all come to see the Tavon dude. So it was like, he was like, it's usually like 10, 15 people in this bar, man. He was like, we got over damn near 80 people in here.
Damn.
And so, with that created an instant buzz. And so, I kept at it. And here I am, man, 8 years later, just, enjoying the journey and understanding that it's a marathon, man. And people that I've come across and the high-profile people that I've come across, man, have been mentors and just little gems of knowledge, man, to let me know that I'm in the right place. I'm in the right groove. They just like, hurry up, though. So, yeah, so it's been a journey, man. I've enjoyed every bit of it.
I saw that you either hosted or performed at a show recently, or was it both?
It was last night. Last night at the Classic Jew. Shout out to Icarice, man. Icarice Entertainment. Shout out to the Classic Jew, Funny Bones Live. I was actually the host of that show last night, man, and it was a great show. It was a great show. Shout out to all the comics that was on the show, man. Vincent Blackshear, Carlos Anthony, Tabloid was kind of like my big sis out here, man, in the comedy game. And we had a lady by the name of Trap, the comedian. She was from Baltimore. She was freshly new to the scene, so it was good for her to get out here and get some of this West Coast aura about herself, so she can take that back to be more and explode. But it was a great show, man. It was a great show. Hopefully do it again soon with the hosting gig. So, the feedback was great. The support was great, man, and I just enjoyed myself last night. And we had it again on Tuesday.
Always
at the Urban
working.
Lounge.
Always working.
Yeah, always working.
That's the funny thing about everybody that's been brought in to be, and it's super unintentional because I didn't know you before you came here. I didn't know Truth before she came here. I didn't know KC. We all have such a Mexican Jamaican mentality that we have like 1,005 hustles outside of of course you have the 9 to 5, you have the clock in, but then outside of that,
broke,
exactly, the plantation, if you will. And we all just got different shit going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes the team so dope to me. Because it's like none of us were cool with just resting on the traditional 9 to 5. We have something to offer the world, and we're gonna make sure we do what we got to do to bring to the world.
Absolutely, because I can't take it. I can't see myself, and I think that's one of the things that made me excited about taking that leap, man. Once I did it, because it was almost like they usually say with the natural high when you first get high off weed or whatever. For me, it was just like, I know I'm never going to reach that again, but I do believe that I can get higher.
Right.
So, it was all, and I've just never been the 9 to 5 for the rest of my life type guy. I wasn't raised that way, and it was just one of those things where it was just like, I'll use it for what it's for, but it has to be fueling the bigger picture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
that's the only reason I still allow myself to get cussed out by every visitor.
And I've gotten to a point where it's like now, just acknowledging that the people that are above me or in a supervisor position and the way that they conduct themselves and how they go about being in the leadership roles, I'm like, oh, wait, this is you. This is
right.
Your end here. So, all right, say what you want to say. I'm going to have a fun time this weekend.
I'm going to do my thing. Exactly.
I'm going to do my thing. You know what I mean? I'm going to be good. So, yeah, I think that's pretty dope that everybody has hustles. And I think it kind of eliminates the bullshit.
Definitely.
Honestly.
Definitely.
When you got somebody who really doesn't have a lot to work for, man, they can be more toxic. And I think everybody that's on the beat team, man, everybody has multiple things to offer, and then also the support of everybody. Just we understand the bare minimum. We're still human,
right?
So it's not like I can't make everything
exactly.
But if you need me to like some shit or share some shit,
I got you.
Right. So we everybody taking their little mustard seeds, man, and putting it together.
Definitely,
and I like it, man.
Now it's gonna be a good time going forward, man. And I know I've thanked you before, but as the ear hustlers are here and they're being introduced to you, thank you for coming aboard, my dude.
No problem.
It's been nothing but a great time.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
And
still got to find out who's all on the team though, because I can't follow through the group chats, man.
The group chat gets a little scuffled. If you would.
Like, I'll be having to scroll up and be like, all right, who's this dude? Okay, all right.
It's funny because we got one dude in Texas. We got 2 dudes in Texas. One of them that's in the military that's stationed out that way, and then one that lives out there.
Okay.
Now, Fumi, the one that's on reality TV, she used to be in California, but now, of course, she's out here, as well as B. So we're all over the place. You feel me? Now we're gradually making everyone, make their way into Vegas,
to the Sin City area.
But for right now, we're just gonna be all over the place at the moment. But it's gonna be kind of hard to get like 13, 14 niggas all together.
Yeah.
It's hard to get like 6 niggas all together.
We tried it last week. It was like, all right, the day of, it was like, hey, we gotta reschedule.
The hour.
Like just getting out the shower on my way.
Like I just shaved. What you mean?
I just shaved. Like we're not eating anymore.
I'm still hungry. I didn't cook.
Did not. It was in my schedule not to produce anything of my own.
Now we're definitely gonna get the team together, like all at one. We need that one death row pick. You know what I mean?
And just keep the cameras rolling.
Of course,
that's one of those things where you just be like, all right, the camera's on, guys. So we're just gonna go about it.
Just gonna go on BS
and just figure out what happens.
So just getting into the show now that they know a little bit more about you. It's been an interesting week.
Yes,
it's been an interesting week. One of the things that brought joy to everyone is the fact that Meek Mill is free. Yes. I'm convinced we pushed for Meek to get out more than we pushed for Mandela.
That is an accurate assessment right there. That is an accurate assessment right there.
But, considering you look at what Meek was down for.
Right.
The probation violation for popping a fucking wheelie. Yeah. And I remember I had a conversation with Oak when she was on the show because she does this real dope newsletter called The Majority. And her first one was about Meek Mill.
Uh-huh.
And it made me look into, okay, let me see what some of these white troubled celebrities been doing. Let's see,
Yeah.
Like, what happens to them? And when I saw with Bieber that while he was on probation, he got a noise violation. He got like multiple noise violations. And just like the reckless driving gets you a ticket, that's considered a probation violation.
Right.
He had a noise violation for having a party, and nothing happened to him. And this was during, his probation. He had multiple noise violations. They didn't even respond to the noise violations for like 3 hours after everything got put out. So it's interesting. You said it earlier, when it comes down to folks that, have a little more melanin than others, it seems like we got to find a way to keep you down. We have to find a way to cage you like the animal we believe you are.
Yeah, and I think we've reached a point to where there's just no justifiable reason as to not knowing that is the plan.
Right.
That is what the system of damn near feels like Earth at this point. It's like when it comes to black people, when it comes to African American descent, when it comes to anybody who reflectively looks darker than what the system was created for, we have to figure out how to keep you beneath. And my thing with Meek Mill getting released, very happy for that, because you just don't, that's just not the place for you, Meek. But Meek, don't do anything else. Like, at this point,
sit in the fucking corner.
and to me, honestly, sometimes I'll be believing, like, when you're of that magnitude, and I don't know what all Meek has done in his life. It just seems like he's just been a repetitive knucklehead that's just continued to go. But at this point, when he got out, I would have been like, all right, the first order of business is to get you completely out of America. Like, this is where we need to you need to be off on an island somewhere until all the paperwork that was ever created against you has been expunged. We can conduct business on an off island somewhere, because it's apparent that they're gunning for you. If a judge is trying to put you away for years for popping a wheelie on a motorized vehicle
during the video, while you were working, technically,
while you're doing your craft,
right?
That's like that would be like them trying to put somebody in jail for selling AT&T DirecTV at a call center. You know what I mean? It's like, no, but you were doing your job. But because you slipped in a T-Mobile or a Sprint phone, I don't know. It's just weird like that. It's just weird. And it's just, for his sake, man, I hope this was the eye-opening opportunity for him to realize, all right, man, I really have to go off the grid with this, because, even though you're free, that probationary shit,
it's almost like he's still in prison.
Yeah, you're still in prison, because now it's you just walking around with papers saying shit you can't do.
Still checking in.
Yeah, still checking in. You're doing all that.
Can't leave at certain hours. You got curfew.
Yeah, and it's like, nah. And it's set up for you to mess up or fail. So hopefully, like I said, man, he has a strong team. As you can see, the black culture was behind him 100%.
Heavy.
We were supporting him. He had real big pulls with the Jay-Z's and the Beyonce shout-outs and the whole movement thing. So happy for him to be out, but goddamn it, stay out.
Exactly.
Please.
Exactly.
Please.
Here's what I don't understand. Gucci went in. Well, how long did Gucci get? Like 3 years?
I think Gucci had like 2 or 3.
It was like 2 or 3 years. Came out a completely different nigga. Don't even know where old pregnant Gucci went.
Don't know where he went.
Meek did like 2 months and came out with titties. How does that work out? Like, what is the setup like with that? Is in prison food? From what I heard, prison food is not the most scrumptious.
I have no idea of how the prison system, food system works, because that's just a place I'm never going.
Right.
I'm just never going there. If there's ever a time where there's a pursuit of Tavon Patterson and the result is prison, that's going to be the longest chase you've ever seen in your life, because I just don't do the prison thing. But it's crazy. It's just, I guess you have to be just cognizant. I
Right.
think Gucci went in there with a different mindset, and he probably had a better facility to get off what he needed to get off to come out a healthier cat.
She was giving us mixtapes every week, so obviously he was sitting good.
So, and I guess Meek was just in there, man, moping. Moping and some shit, so.
All carbs and moping.
All carbs. Yeah, he was probably just eating cornbread and that's it, because the other stuff, ain't no telling what the other stuff was.
Right.
But he was just in there eating and moping, man, because he wasn't expecting to even be sitting in there like that, so.
I found it interesting when he got out that he went to the Sixers game.
I thought that was boss. I thought that was boss shit.
I thought it was boss, but I thought it was interesting too because to me, no matter how long I could have been sitting down, my first thing is get me to the bed or get me to some pussy. One or the other.
Exactly.
I need one or the other. But because Philly held him down, it was definitely some bullshit for him to go ring the bell. Yeah. And I think they won that game.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine if he rung the bell and they got blew out by like 30.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that become Meek's fault?
It probably does. They would have to shift it to
right.
Meek. They would have to be like, you know what?
We was excited. You know what I'm saying?
We've been doing good since you've been away. We won a Super Bowl, and we were on the verge of eliminating the Miami Heat. But yeah, that could have went left
real fast.
But it didn't. I think the energy and the spirit that Philly is in right now, they're in a good space. So it was perfect timing, good timing for him.
This could definitely be the painting for Philly. Like this is cinematic almost.
Yeah, it could possibly replace the old Rocky. Like we won't have to think about that anymore. We can think about Meek ringing the bell.
Fat
and the
Meek with the bell.
Fat Meek with the ringing of the bell.
I need that statue to be as true to life as possible. True to life. Curve a little bit under the chest. Give him the gut. Do what you got to do. Commemorate this.
And now, it's like you out. Handle your business, man, and we look forward to whatever dream-chasing album you come up with in the following, because y'all know the people are going to supply him with these.
Yeah. You know, he had time to sit down and just write. I'm sorry, man. I don't think I've seen anybody come out of prison with a trash album.
Yeah, it's almost like for some of these hip-hop artists, that's what they might have to do.
Some of these niggas
unfortunately,
need to get locked up.
It's like, damn, if y'all got some of y'all got to go to jail for a minute,
sit down
man.
for a little bit.
Just sit down for a little bit in the prison system, but then come out.
It'll make you a better rapper.
Yeah, it'll make you a gold. You at least go gold. Bottom line. Bottom line.
Maybe that's why, because Lil Wayne ain't sat down in a minute, and he just been giving us whatever the fuck's on his mind.
Yeah, and I think Wayne. I don't want Wayne to go out like this, but I think it's gonna happen. And it's unfortunate because whatever situation that they got down there in Cash Money, it's always been fugazi, and it's just unfortunate that your all-star player, man, the one who kept you afloat out of all of it, is the one suffering the most.
Right.
And it's not like even. I just feel like if he gets his last Carter album out, he'll gracefully bow out. I don't think Weezy is that type of guy who will just stay past his shit, but he has to get off his full resume. Like we need that last Carter album and then skate off. But like I tell people, I've always enjoyed a pissed off Wayne. When Wayne is angry, that's when I enjoy him most. So I need him to get more angry at Birdman for listening purposes.
I need a pissed off and sober Wayne. Because I feel like when Wayne is like, when he's gunning, like when he's really in his bag, he'll give you some shit that you're just like, yo, where'd you have this at? Like, which pocket was this?
Where in the fuck was this? Like, he does. He has shit like that. And that's what I'll be like, if he's mad and sober, I don't want lean Wayne.
Right.
I don't want Wayne in there off the lean. I don't want that. But
that's when you get a Millie.
Yeah, that's when I want Wayne pissed off.
Yo, since we're on the subject of Wayne and lean, let me know if I'm wrong. Because people keep saying that a Millie is like a classic fucking record. What the fuck is a Millie about?
I thought it was just about $1 million.
But he don't even mention a goddamn.
I thought it was always. I made the comparison with $1 million. And however he getting it, however it was, or he was just probably, I don't know. Later on down the line,
you tried though. You gave me something.
Something. Later on down the line, we'll find out he said 1 million words on the motherfucker, and that was the deal. So I don't know.
I gave you 1,000,000 bars in 20 seconds.
I gave you 1,000,000 bars in 20 seconds and nobody. So yeah. But man, Wayne, I just hope they get that together before it's too late. And it's already feeling like it's too late because everybody's jumping off the wagon and shit like that. But it's like for hip hop, I would hope that the Jay-Z's, the Dre's, the real mountain movers that could make a move and just be like, no, we're gonna buy him out or what have you, and have him get this off.
That's real shit. I really do think a Rock Nation Wayne would be such a resurrection for his career.
Right.
Like it saying it and thinking about it feels refreshing.
Right.
But he's one of them niggas you got to put something in that contract. Like, bruh, we may have to like do some legit drug testing on you, my nigga. Because no, we had the conversation on the show a few months ago. We are in an era that we can go online and watch a video of a popular music artist having a seizure on stage. You know, you look at August Alsina. You can Google, you can YouTube his video of him in the middle of the song. I think it was the Go Dumb record. Nigga just froze up and fell off stage. It's a multi-platinum artist. Like you can watch that. You don't see that normally happen. At least from when we were coming up, you didn't see that happening with the bigger artists.
Right.
You saw that happening with the up and coming cats, or that's normally their story prior to them making it to the big league.
You don't do that while you're big.
Exactly. But then the fact that you can actually go on there and look like this shit is popular. Lil Peep. I'm not familiar with this nigga whatsoever. But OD. Last time we had a rapper OD.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I don't even know.
Have we even had a high-profile rapper OD?
No, not that I know of. Did ODB do OD?
He did.
That was ODB.
He
right?
did. He OD'd in the studio.
I think that
solid,
was
solid example. But shit, that was 04 maybe.
And we knew what ODB was.
Exactly.
So it was like
there were no questions about Dirk McGurk.
No questions about Dirk McGurk. We knew what he was into. So yeah, but that's when that becomes the norm, that's where it becomes scary. And it's like you said, man, we would have to. You got to slow down, Wayne. We want you to sign with Rock Nation. You're gonna get this one project off. It's gonna be your final cape.
Right.
And then you can go back and do it all. Yeah, you can do all walk. And not even walk into and just disappear. I feel like Wayne has some type of corporate position that he could hold. I think that would be good. I don't know what, but I feel like Wayne could usher in a different avenue to his legacy in the corporate manner if he was just too sober the fuck up.
With his experience with Young Money, I can see Wayne being a solid A&R for somebody.
Yeah.
He obviously has that ear and that eye for talent. With him being the musician that he is,
right, and
in his first go at, Young Money, he gave us two of the biggest rappers in the industry right now.
Yeah, you can't ignore that.
Exactly. And then he also gave us like Mac Man and all that, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? So he obviously has an ear and an eye for talent.
Yeah.
If he decides to step away from music after he finally gives us the final Carter, he's going to eat. He's going to be good. It's just keeping his mind right. Like, shit, I miss the days where weed was the drug. You know what I'm saying? Now weed is just a black and mild, basically.
Yeah. People look at just weed smokers like, well, that's it?
Yeah, that's all you got.
It is for me.
I don't need to be higher than this.
I don't need to be higher than this.
I'm good. The height I'm at right now, I'm straight.
What scares me about, and I've always looked at it, and I think that's one of the reasons why I stayed away from drugs as long as possible, from the hard stuff, because I was raised in that. I saw family members just chasing a high beyond what I thought was normal. And I'm like, damn, I don't need to be this high.
Right, exactly.
I don't need to go any higher than marijuana.
What do I do from here?
Yeah.
What's the next step?
I need to know what I need to do from here. So, yeah, when you're chasing a new drug, man, when these new drugs, it's amazing.
We're 2 years away from like sniffing bleach being the new thing. Yeah. But you got to boil that shit on mid.
But now I think people is just like the kids now. I was reading it or seeing that they eating Tide Pods.
Yeah, but they doing that as like a challenge. They just do all this retarded shit.
Right.
Oh wait, hold on.
But I think that's definitely gate weighted by the drugs that they've done prior. Because I couldn't imagine somebody just convincing me with my sober mind that putting a Tide Pod in my mouth is cool.
And let me record this shit.
Yeah, let me record it. It's like, nah, I'm good. The shit says keep out of your mouth on the box.
You know what? Low key, that may be the worst drug, going viral. Everyone is chasing that viral success.
You're right.
Like, they're willing to do anything under the fucking sun
for the likes, comments, and shares.
For 1,000 shares. Like, Jesus. Everything.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's what it is. Low key, the drug is not even the substances anymore. It's the chase of the viral.
You ever
But that's technology. That's
right.
We're not gonna escape that.
Oh yeah, social media is forever. Black Planet started some shit.
Yes, they did.
Like, I don't know if you watched it's this show that Joe Budden does called Pull Up.
No.
This is
Joe Budden's doing a lot these days.
Joe Budden is eating. I salute to him because she was not supposed to make it past Pump It Up.
Joe Budden is doing a lot these days, despite however controversial, however people look at Joe Budden. He's doing some things.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's a black man staying out the fucking way and staying in his lane.
Right.
Which is what we all need to do and get money. But he has the show called Pull Up. And one of the dudes said, he was like, yeah, I can get on Twitter right now. Fuck so-and-so. Fuck a legend. And that's it. Like, that's all it's gonna take.
That's all it's gonna
You're
take.
instantly conversation. You instantly have eyes on you. So I really do feel like chasing viral success, that beats Xans, that beats syrup, that beats weed, the whole nine. That is like the real drug in entertainment right now. People are willing to do anything under the fucking sun just to get it.
Right.
Like eat Tide. Yeah, that was definitely a very left field conversation.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we do on the Noize. It's no problem. They used to
No
it.
problem.
The next thing we wanted to talk about, and it's been very, very, very taboo conversation, especially on social media. And as a stand-up comedian, I really look forward to getting your opinion about it. They got Cliff Huxtable. They finally carnivorous bullshit, giving the pudding pop.
Old Bill. Bill was out here dipping the pudding pop and infected vagina.
Yes. And did his thing.
You know what?
He gonna sit down. He's definitely gonna sit down.
At this point, I have to look at Bill Cosby as just a legend that was taken down.
How so?
Abruptly. You know what I mean? Just because, all the rumors behind, how the attack came about from the conspiracy or the theories about him being in a position to
buy NBC
and shit, and the allegations dating back 30, 40 years ago and all that. It's just, for us that grew up on Bill Cosby, for us that, took seriously, the things he did on stage as far as stand-up. Like, for me, it was a homework assignment to watch him, to see what clean comedy was all about, because it was very difficult for me. It's very difficult for me to get on stage and not curse. I feel like that's my outlet.
Right.
I can't curse just freely in the corporate world, so that's where I'll take
this mic finna get it.
Yeah, this mic finna get it. But, and it's just watching that and knowing how I grew up with the Cosby Show and grew up and learning about how this guy put forth so many jewels and gems into African American culture and all that, and then just to see like his final days be just resulting in just an ugly ending for him.
Right.
Like, it's not, and I feel like that's how overall we're going to view Bill Cosby after he's long and gone. Because I said, if he makes it out of 2018, that's a win.
Right.
Because I feel like at this point, when you've told him that he's guilty of these charges and shit like that, this is how we're going to remember Bill Cosby. And I think that small blemish, despite if it's all true or not, it's like, damn, he did so much, and then this one blemish is how he'll be remembered. This is how they're going to try to put him in the history books. And late 20, 30 years down the line, when we're talking to our great-grandchildren or grandchildren, and we're like, oh, Bill Cosby the rapist. We're going to be like, no, no.
He's Cliff.
God damn it, watch Fat Albert in this cartoon. Shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Watch this episode where he just playing with the kids on his legs. That's where I got it from. Did you know what I'm doing it with y'all? So it's a sad situation because I feel like a legend that touched the souls and hearts of so many people worldwide, man, that's a bad look to end out on.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like just take OJ back in. You know what I mean? Just leave Bill alone. Let him die in peace. Man.
OJ sat for his 10, so you know.
But it's
they
got
OJ.
But it's like it's just like, yo, if we could trade, if we could just send somebody else back to prison and just free Bill Cosby up. Because I think Bill, even if he did it, and I guess he's admitted it to one instance or some case.
Oh yeah,
my thing is what the rest of the bitches though that lied and came through. Like, what happens to them? Because I believe like when it became 30 and 40 and 50 women, and I'm like, come on now.
Some of y'all are just trying to come in and get the check.
Somebody just trying to get in this. Hit these pockets, and that's where it became a little just fugazi to me. Like, man, why are y'all trying to go after this man like that? Bill is every bit of 80 years old. Y'all done killed his son. All right, let's not forget. People been doing shady shit to Bill for a long time.
Right.
So it's like, man, leave this man alone. Get off his case. And I felt like if none of the women off the Cosby Show gave us any inclination that Bill Cosby, then all is void. Like, fuck that. He had plenty of candy surrounded him every goddamn day on set. You gotta be messing with these ugly bitches.
Everybody's looking for their Felicia Rashad right now.
Yeah,
that's some
and
real
it's
shit.
like, dude, come on, man. Like, but it's sad, man. It's sad at the end of the day. That's a hero, man, that's just been taken down. And it's like, when you look at his resume of the positive that he's done, I would ask any black man, like, would you not want that resume, though? Fuck the rape charge. But just think about the contributions to HBCUs, the countless number of charities and shit that he's built, the records that he's broke on national television and sitcoms and all that, all them stats. There's not anybody who doesn't want that resume. So just understand, man, like, the more powerful you get, when them allegations start coming around, man, when people start trying to put you underneath the jail cell, man, it's a dangerous game, man. And I just feel like Bill Cosby, man, at his old age, shouldn't have to go through that, man. But that's it. That's how the world works sometimes.
I'm be honest with you, I definitely hear you, because legacy is something that it's not easily accomplished. It's not something that you can literally go outside tomorrow and be like, I'm about to do something that's going to be lasting forever.
Right.
And just being all the way real, Cosby's one of those people that everything that he did, everything that was attached to the name Bill Cosby, is something that will live on forever. It's something that was great. Unfortunately, not just in public opinion, but just life in general, especially in entertainment for sure, these kind of situations, they trump legacy. And I remember when it came down to the allegations, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it at first. And to be completely honest with you, with 40, 50 women, I don't believe a good majority of them. The one that I believe, and the only reason I believe is because it's obvious as hell, was there was a deposition that came out and they asked Cosby, did you give women quaaludes without their knowing, without their permission? He said, yeah. When they said, did you do it with the intent to have sex? And the lawyer was like, don't answer that. And like, leave that shit in the wind. And then find out all these cases were paid off. That's when I was like, yo, Bill Cosby was really out here taking the pussy. Like, that shit's insane.
Right.
For me, he's done a lot. He's done a shit ton. And it sucks to see him have to go through this at this time, but there has to be some form of reprimand for it. Granted, I understand it was like 20, 30, whatever amount of time years ago. But you look at Cosby, you look at OJ, you look at R. Kelly. Shit, let's go back to OJ, matter of fact. At my age, I only know OJ in the white Bronco having the 45-mile high, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't watch OJ play football.
I only know that, but he's a two-time Hall of Famer, Heisman winner. Like his resume. There's not an athlete, white, black, Mexican, whoever,
who wouldn't
trade it all for OJ athletic resume.
Right.
But no one knows that. Why? Because he's a murderer.
Because he kills white people.
He kills white women that like to have orgies. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly. Come on, man. There's not a song that can come on in this motherfucking world from R. Kelly that you just can't help but sing. Yeah. But you also remember him fucking a 14-year-old on tape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's certain shit that sometimes the legacy is truly not enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, you do be like, you didn't have no business doing that.
You had no business, exactly.
You had no business doing that.
In that aspect, that's why I don't feel bad with what's going on with Cosby.
Right.
You can go and get what you need as a celebrity. Shit. Being who you are right now, if you look like you're about some kind of status, there is a groupie out there just ready and willing to suck your dick. Like, 6 people in here, but you came alone, 6 people here?
You came alone, 6 people?
Let me hum on your balls real quick.
I would definitely suck your dick.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's simple.
And that's some of the things I don't understand about some of these celebrities, like for real. But also touching on what you said, there are a lot of people crying victim chasing fame. When they see the opportunity is opening in there. I look back at Kobe. Kobe had consensual sex with a horrible-looking, milky white woman. You know what I'm saying? While he had his queen at home. He did it. He finally fessed up to it once the word got out. He didn't try to stray away like, yes, we definitely had sex. Rape? Not at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And look at Kobe's legacy. Kobe is considered the next Jordan.
Right.
But there are a lot of people who look at Kobe and still call him a rapist. Even though the girl even said,
right,
I was lying.
Yeah, I was lying.
Trying
to touch check.
You know what I'm saying? Nelly's the same way. Old girl screaming rape, and then she just dropped everything. Right. Everything just went out the way. They still call Nelly a rapist. Granted, he made a shitty decision about cheating on this lady and bring her on the bus, no matter, even if he didn't fuck. You know what I'm saying? He made the dumbass decision to do that. So they're in good and bad. Those kind of actions, they trump the legacy that you're going to leave behind.
Right.
Where it's unfortunate from Cosby standards is that they wiped it off the map. Now, again, I feel like Cosby deserves everything that he's getting. What's fucked up to me is knowing that Cosby has been considered America's dad for so long.
Right.
That as soon as white America saw any kind of opportunity to just take that away, take that away from a black man,
they dropped the Thor hammer on his ass.
You don't see no Fat Albert anything. No. I think they even stopped. They were running a little Bill for a little while, and they got rid of that.
Got rid of that.
There's no reruns of the Cosby Show, and this I'm getting from a meme, but it's true shit. The father from Seventh Heaven openly admitted to fucking little boys. Openly admitted, but you could still get on ABC Family or wherever the fuck, Freeform, whatever the fuck can come on and watch episodes of Seventh Heaven.
Right.
So it's interesting how the system works, where you have somebody who's being accused of this kind of situation, and boom, we got to get him out of here. We got to get him out of here, and everything that's related to him out of here.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
But then this dude, who we know was fucking little kids, let him eat. Let him still get them residuals from them reruns. You know what I'm saying? Let him get that.
Right.
So in this aspect, that's the only thing I truly find fucked up.
Yeah.
Now, again, I don't think it was as many females that came out of the woodwork going after Cosby, but to me, I know there was at least one, and honestly, that's one too many.
Yeah, it's one too many. And you just... That's the only thing that I would say to Bill if I had a chance to sit down and talk to him. Like, you had no business.
No fucking business.
Right. None of it. None of it, Bill.
Right. Uptown Saturday night, Bill could have been taking down everything.
Unless you was just really feeling the pressure, like when you was hanging with Richard Pryor and Red Fox and all that, but they was just getting bitches by the boatload. You was just.
But shit, you heard Quincy Jones, Richard Pryor was fucking the Godfather.
And Quincy Jones, now he's reached C now. People need to sit him down. I don't want to hear shit from Quincy Jones for the remainder of time. Like
Quincy's done.
And I think
used up all his talking privileges.
I think what it is, and it's just hilarious because I think old people really, when it's getting ready for them to check out, man, I really think their brain just switches to some shit.
Oh yeah,
to where they just be off balance. Because I was just like, with Quincy Jones, I was like, where the fuck did all of this
No one asked you.
No one asked you any of this information. Like, did
you just volunteered?
And you just walked up you just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm about to spill the beans on all this shit. And that's just wrong to do, man. He just woke up one day and probably just looked at one of his little young tenderonis running through the house. Was like, you know what? I got some shit to say today.
You want to talk? Let's talk about some things.
Let's talk about some things. And then motherfuckers just turned the camera on and said, go for it.
Old people really are just volunteering their information.
Somebody asked you about Richard been dead, bro. I didn't want to know any of that. I didn't want to know all that information that he said. I was like, that was fucking useful.
I didn't need to know that.
Useless information that we just heard today.
Somebody's like, hey Quincy, what time is it? You want to see Sidney Poitier in the dress?
Damn.
No, I want to know what time it is.
I really would like to know if it's 11:15 or not.
I got shit to do.
Shit. I'm late to some shit. What? Richard did what?
I'm sorry, bro. That information, even though I get it, you know, people say all the time Hollywood is a weird fucking place.
No,
people say it all the time. Certain shit you can go without hearing though.
Go without.
And then when his wife came in, it was like, no, yeah, Richard used to, go back and forth between men all the time. Like, stop, chill.
Yeah, and at this point, like,
relax.
And that be some of the stuff that I be talking about. Like, that is not information that we need to know at this point. Let that legend be the legend, man. Like, we gotta quit digging up shit to try to fuck him off. Like,
right.
Nah.
And Richard already had enough shit. He set himself on fire, was a drug addict.
And my thing was, the shit that Richard told us on stage, like, let that be the shit. He wanted us to know that.
Right.
He wanted us to know that. He was truthful enough. That's why he's considered God, because it was like, okay, if you really want to know what Richard was about, he gave it to you. Mm-hmm. He let you know out the gate. So now that he's dead, now everybody wants to say, well, I got some shit that he didn't say on live on the Sunset Strip that you might want to know. No, like, he probably edited them jokes for whatever reason. Like, let it be. And it's just because we get to a point, man, where we don't let legends die. And then we gotta, the more stuff we conjure up, it's not helping the legendary status at all. Now it's trying to look at it like, all right, well now, because now I would ask, does anybody look at Richard Pryor like not as a GOAT?
Now, to be completely honest with you, that information came out at the right time. Had that information come out 10, 15 years earlier, I think that would have truly changed. Unfortunately, it would have changed the perception of Richard Pryor. It came out at the right time where natural human things are accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it came out just enough time, but had it come out before, it probably would have fucked up the legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, man. Y'all leave.
Shit, did you see his documentary that came out either this year? I want to say I think it was last year.
Yeah, I haven't been able to chance to sit down and really dissect it, but I do know it's out there.
When they talked about the because you brought it up with Live on the Sunset Strip, I didn't realize that the video, the epic video that everyone just lives by, I didn't realize that was his second time trying to do it. If you watch the documentary, he comes out, he's performing, and he's terrible. Like, Richard Pryor, terrible. First of all, that doesn't even slide off the tongue correctly.
Right.
But he was trash, and he was like, got 15 minutes into his show, and was like, yo, this ain't it. Mm-hmm. Like, this ain't it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna refund all your money, but please come back tomorrow. And then, and then the next day, after really realizing what was going on, he came out and he gave us Live on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
So it's like, you watch stuff like that. That's just such a amazing legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the time frame with that, you can't help but appreciate, because it's not a fucking comedian that can do that today.
It's not one.
with the microwave results or that we have, and the gimme right now, there's not a comedian that could come out and for 15 minutes be as trash as possible and say, you know what, I'm going to just cut this short. Everybody get your refunds and come back tomorrow.
Social media dead that.
Yeah, they're dead the fuck out of that. You won't have time to recover because by the time that 7 o'clock show tomorrow comes about, you've become...
You're viral.
You're viral off just memes and stuff alone. And people going to get their refund because you told them they was going to give them the refund back. Mm-hmm. But they're not coming to your show.
Right.
And from that point, you're pretty much done, stuck in the mud. You're going to have to do something fucking crazy.
Seriously.
you're going to have to do something fucking crazy to get back into the spotlight. And that's unfortunate. But yeah, it's stuff like that, man, that makes people the legends that they are today. And you look back at that at hindsight and go, you know what? I have to thank Richard Pryor for that.
Right.
Because he could have easily just pressed on and just gave a shitty sample. Mm-hmm. But Live at the Sunset Strip is something that every comedian...
It's the most iconic stand-up performance.
Period. You know what I mean? So you got to...
White comedians reference Live on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah, and that's when you know it's, I guess, official.
Right.
You know, when the white guy say it's cool, I guess. But yeah, so... Man, that's a lot.
I have no clue how we even got on this subject, but that was still a good conversation.
Still a good conversation.
So to close, we've been breezing through this fucking episode. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We expect to do like 45 minutes. We're already past that, obviously.
Way past that. That's good stuff.
Oh, definitely. That leads to the best episodes because it's just natural, organic conversation. And again, y'all are listening in to me and Tavon have our really first official conversation since he's been in Beat.
Bingo.
So shit, this is documented.
And we can always go back and reference.
Exactly. This is our Live on the Sunset Strip.
This is our live.
Going forward, we now know how our conversations need to be.
Exactly, man.
But to close out,
Kanye. Want to go with Kanye? Mr. West!
We have to go with Wake Up, Mr. West is the most
Mr. West
real shit
ever
right now.
Has it ever been?
Wake up! Someone run up on Ye, hit him with a solid flash. Let's get this man back home.
You know, but I think now, and I just came over this like I think yesterday because I heard Kanye verse the People with T.I. I heard his little single that he just put out. And I think I've come to the conclusion, from me personally, I just have to separate myself from Kanye the person.
You have to. You absolutely have to.
I have to. Like, no matter how bad I want to stay with him, and I personally don't feel like my prayers are strong enough to woo Kanye off of what he's on. And I was like, you know what? I just sold 100% music. If it's Kanye music, I'll entertain. Anything outside of that, I have a blind eye, deaf ear.
You have to.
Because it looks weird. Mm-hmm. It looks weird. It feels horrible.
Oh yeah.
To the core, because it's like we're sitting here and we're watching. We're watching a motherfucker just really self-destruct.
Right.
And it's like if you're trying to say it's for the fate of music and art, Kanye, I don't want you to do that.
What part of the art is this related to?
Because you're fucking yourself up. And it's just looking real bad. It's just looking real bad, man. It's looking real bad. And I was like, listen, Kanye, but I feel like Black America, I feel like the culture has made moves to try to convince him, like, you've been fucking up for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Get Out movie, I'm like, no, Jordan Peele had you in mind. The only reason why he probably didn't put your fucking name in it is because of litigations.
Ain't too many Kanyes in the world.
Ain't too many Kanyes in the world, and he didn't want that. He didn't want those legal shits coming at him. But that shit was about you,
right,
Kanye.
I look at the rollout of Kanye. Like, he just disappeared after he had his breakdown. You saw what's going on between him and Jay. He just disappeared, completely disappeared. Yeah. Finally reappears, like, I'm on music shit. I just produced Noize album. My shit dropping. Fucking Pusha's dropping. Tiana's dropping.
Kid Cudi, Tiana.
I like Trump. Like, whoa, bro, that's like the fine chick walking in and just farting. Like, this is some shit that you weren't really expecting.
But then you expected us not to hear what the fuck you just said.
Like, wait, whoa. Rewind. Go back. No,
fuck all that you said before that. Fuck all of that. What did you just say?
Let's talk about this one part here.
The one part here.
And then kept stacking with the fucking Make America Great Again. Had Trump retweeting him, bro. I was at work the other day, and he did a rally. Trump did a rally somewhere. I can't remember where the fuck. No, where was it? It was in some prominent black city. Wasn't Chicago. Detroit. Did a rally in Detroit. And as soon I feel like I was being trolled by God, because as soon as I walked in, the first thing that came out of Trump's mouth at this rally was, Kanye West gets it. I was like, what is this shit here? Why is this the first thing I hear when I walk up in here?
And this is what we have to deal with, man. Like, it's amazing being alive during this time and actually seeing firsthand, live and direct, every day, fuckery. Like, you can't escape it. Like, I just said this to the shit, I think Kev the other day. I was like, bro, I woke up today, I was like, damn, Trump is still fucking president. Yeah, like, what more can we do?
Right. We got to weigh out these next 4.
What more can we do? And it's going to be a long fucking
4.
It's going to be a long 4 because it's not going to get any easier with this dude. And I think what's been so fascinating about Donald Trump is that he's managed every single day of his presidency to say something that tops the previous day.
Every time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Every time.
Who's thinking of this?
Every fucking time.
Who's thinking of this? But that's America for your ass. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And that's the interesting thing, because there are some hardcore Kanye defenders. And it's like, what the people that are upset with Kanye for supporting this man so tough, I understand Trump is a piece of shit. Like, I get that completely. Yeah. At the same time, there is at least one thing, and this is going to sicken me to say this, there is at least one thing that Trump has said or done that you can at least be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? There's at least, if not just one. But other than that, you look at everything Trump has been about. You look at everything related to Trump. Even before he was president, he was just a sleazy-ass businessman.
Right.
You look at him like the shit dealing with women. Obviously, the nigga's a rapist. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely been accused of multiple sexual assault crimes. He also sits in the Oval Office, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. Right. You look at all of that, and you hear somebody say, I support this man. Like, bro, you're either going to have to be painfully specific about what you support about him, or you need to just chalk that up and take that L that you look like you support the fuck shit that he be in.
Right. And there's no, I don't know. With Kanye West, man, it's like, at this point, I just go, he makes good music.
That's all you can do.
And that's the only argument I have. Yeah. He makes good music. I can't begin to put forth the energy to defend where his actions are in his head, because at this point I'm like, I don't feel like you've made good life decisions, Kanye. I just don't. I fucking don't. And it starts with the woman that you have on your arm and what she's attached to.
Oh yeah.
And then it's off the cliff from there. But as long as you're in the studio making good music, Kanye, I guess I'm with you.
Here's the thing with
I'm with you musically.
When eventually, especially when his 2 albums come out, well, when his EP and then his other album come out, eventually Ye is going to go back to feeling untouchable. And when he felt his most untouchable is when he made Yeezus.
Right.
Which to me is his worst album, period. Yeah. But you look at the fact that Kanye could say anything, Kanye could do anything, and he's still going to come out and he's going to fucking kill it. Like, he's still going to kill it. Like,
he's still going to kill it.
He's going to sell out shows with everybody else there.
That's the genius behind it. It's just now you don't have to be the mad, delusional genius, though.
Just the delusional part, though.
Just the delusional part.
It's definitely there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's there. You can see it. Like, to me, like, now, even with just seeing him from a physical aspect, I'm like, this is kicking his ass. Like, this is really kicking his ass.
I don't know what it is, but it's winning.
It's winning. It is beating him up, man. Like, Kanye's fat now. He's just, It's like, oh man, like how did you get up fat? How did you get up fat? You would think being in the Kardashian clan, being fat is just a no-go. But you've managed to become fat. But
he's been off the grid for so long.
He's been off the grid.
Been sitting down on the Meek Mill diet.
And they just been feeding him SpaghettiOs and bullshit, man. And it's just, but Kanye, I don't know. Wake up, Mr. West.
Now, this is going back to the statement I made with legacy. Do you think this is something that's going to haunt Kanye going forward? When Kanye decides to retire from music, when Kanye decides, all right, this is it, I'm just going to run good music, I'm going to completely fall off, is this something that people look back like he also supported a rapist?
No, because eventually Trump will be out of office.
True.
And all that goes with that particular era will eventually die off, hopefully sooner than later, sooner than most. But I think it'll be a damper amongst the black community because we're not gonna never let it go.
And at all.
You know, so it'll just be something that we poke at. You know, when somebody just feels like, you know what, I'm mad at Kanye today.
Funny thing is, I don't even know if it's going to be something that we poke at because I don't want to say we get over shit so quickly, but we definitely move forward. You know,
yeah, we'll move forward
shit.
on it. We'll move forward on it, but I think it'll just be something that we'll always look at him like.
Just had that side eye. I saw this. There was this meme they had of Bush looking at the camera saying Kanye West don't care about black people. that shit was hilarious. But I thought about that when he said it. I was just like, this is the same guy. Exactly.
Who stood next to Austin Powers, who stood next to my man Mike Myers.
Had him super uncomfortable.
And got that off. But I said, you know what? We'll go back and look at that and go, this is somebody that we should have sat down immediately. Even though he said some real shit, we still should have set him down. I think it's gonna take a Kanye West Jay-Z diss track back and forth.
He would have to battle Jay.
He's gonna have to air out some shit about Jay, and Jay's gonna have to up the ante and beat his little brother up. It's gonna take that. It's gonna take that.
There's a show on Netflix with David Letterman called My Next Guest.
Yeah.
And Jay was on it, and Letterman asked him straight up, like, what the fuck is going on with Kanye?
Yeah.
And Jay was like, people don't understand, this is the old Kanye.
Yeah.
He said he came in, like, they would be in there, they were working on the Blueprint or the Black Album. He said Kanye got in there, jumped on the table, and was like, I'm the savior of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that sounds like some Kanye West shit.
Like
It definitely
Kanye
does.
West shit. But, you know, and it took, but I'm sure in that atmosphere, they let him get it off. But
right.
there was the roasting session probably never stopped.
Oh, yeah, they probably gave him
They probably never stopped. As opposed to now when you say that and America's watching, you've got all types of people who are able to say their opinions and sway motherfuckers when all in all we know, just in the studio, this silly ass nigga.
Get the fuck off my desk.
But go ahead and say that shit inside the booth though, because we do need that on wax, because the shit was actually tight what you said. So yeah, man, and I just think he's gotten away from the cats that will really sit him down and talk sense to him. You know, it becomes a time where when you surround yourself by yes motherfuckers, and nobody's giving you actual brain food,
right,
or constructive criticism to make you say, well, you know, I still might feel strongly about this, but I can understand the different perspective that'll make me, even though I still want to get this message off, I could dress it to where everybody gets a clear consciousness of what the fuck I'm saying,
right,
without it being just straight bashful or offensive or anything like that. So
like this makes everything he says going forward, even if it's for black people, this makes everything he says going forward irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like at this point, no one really gives a fuck about what you got to say because you've already shown us how your brain thinks.
If you're not saying the shit over some 808s and some trap drums, I can't. I'm not gonna listen, Kanye. I'm not gonna listen.
So we're only here for Kanye the artist
only
at this
here
point.
for Kanye the artist at this point. Right now, for me, he's gonna have to do some shit like.
I don't see much. That's the thing. I don't see much of a social bounce back for him.
No, I don't.
Now, granted, majority of his fans nowadays they aren't colored. They ain't us whatsoever. You go to a Kanye concert, you are going to see the "We Are the World" music video live in living color.
Yes, indeed.
But it's like you look at that and you try to big up the fact that it was us as black people that got him to where he was. Mm-hmm. And you can't help but to feel betrayed. Like, damn, nigga, we got you here.
Right.
We put you here. We are the ones that believed in you.
When you were going at it with 50, I actually bought the graduation. And
so you could win.
And bootleg 50 shit. So you could win. I did that. And now you come to me and say that you support Trump. I can't fuck with you.
And Graduation was a fantastic album.
Still great.
Amazing album.
Yeah, man. And it's just, so yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what's going to take. But he's got some stuff coming out. And we'll be able to figure out musically if he's still the Kanye West that we grow to love.
I would say pray for Ye, but I feel like Ye thinks you're
praying
to him.
And I don't. Yeah, he feels like we should pray to him. And I don't feel like I don't feel like my prayers are strong enough right now. If I really got down,
my prayers ain't got the juice like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't change him a bit. And I definitely don't have prayers to waste. I don't have prayers to waste. I don't even pray every day because I be telling God, like, this gonna come off as bullshit if I do it today. Let me save it up.
You know my heart though.
Yeah, you know my heart. But the words,
just know I got something in the bag for you.
Yeah, the words is just not coming. They not coming together right now. So let me hit you up later on this week.
Oh shit, man, Tavon, I appreciate you coming in with such short
notice.
I
appreciate it, man. This was a great conversation.
Definitely fun. We gotta get you back in here when Kev's here. Have a cool little family conversation.
Absolutely. I'm always on. Just hit me up, figure out where I'm at. If I'm not Ubering and lifting, hustle, because that's my hustle. People. Some guys sell drugs. I just give people rides to destinations where they gotta go.
That's all you do.
That's
all you gotta do.
The clean hustle, man. The clean hustle.
It's almost like selling weight, but you're selling rides. It's the same thing.
Selling rides, and the gas is $3. So I'm gonna get you to where you got to go. I'm gonna get you exactly.
I think I went past a Chevron yesterday, and that motherfucker said like $3.27. I'm like, you can eat a dick.
Yeah,
you can eat every dick that comes in this motherfucker.
Yes,
but I'm not stopping there.
If it doesn't have $3.0 something.
If the next number ain't O.
Yeah, if it ain't O, I'm not stopping.
I'm passing you up.
And earlier today, I flirted with that. The light came on and everything. I was like, well, I'm on Durango. I know 2 gas stations that still got 3.0. The rest of them shits, yeah, you're right. Eat a dick.
We're at the place now that if you walk into a gas station and give him $5, he's gonna chuckle at you. Fuck out of here.
You're going to the next gas station.
Right,
That's what
you're just trying to get. You must live close.
You're trying, yeah.
You're near.
Yeah, you must live close, and you probably don't plan on driving for at least 2 more days.
You're off. That's what you're telling me. You're off this weekend.
This is okay.
This is your Friday. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. Because I know that $5 ain't gonna get you nowhere.
That ain't gonna be no kind of a stretch or anything.
No kind of a stretch.
Let the people know where they can find you at, bro.
You can find me, Tavon Greatness Patterson, on all social media outlets. The top 4, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Snapchats. Tavon Greatness on Snapchat is Tavon, GR, 8, NESS. And that's it, man. You can find me there. You can find me on the BeatNetworkOnline.com. Pillow Talk. Y'all can catch up on season 2 when I entered the scene. We still got some great conversations, great topics, man, that we want y'all to chime in on. Let us know your thoughts, especially for those who are in relationships. We're trying to figure out how you guys are maintaining or not. So you can find me on there. And you can find me coming soon, man, the YouTube channel, the comedian Tavon Greatness Patterson YouTube channel coming soon. You could also find me every Fridays from 11 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time on Hot 702.5 FM, Chops Corner Radio Show. It's just me right now bringing on some comedians, man. We're talking comedy, how people getting started, going over some stuff, man, just making people laugh for an hour every Friday, 11 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time.
Yes, sir. At Big Los IG on IG. You can also follow at The Noize Podcast on the Big Three, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can find everything and all things Beat Network at beatnetworkonline.com. Stop by, check us out, share, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, do all of that great stuff. I do have one
question. All that shit is free.
It's free. You know, that's the gotcha.
I'll be trying to tell people. I really be pushing the social media stuff because I'm like, that's the freest shit ever.
Oh, yeah. It don't get no freer than that.
Like, it don't get no freer than that. I know people that still be trying to complain about coming out to shows and shit like that. But I'm like, well, just do the free stuff. If you do the free stuff.
My data, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, well, oh, what? Data? What? Oh, my God. What is you owe? Your finances is that bad to where you owe data still? No, just do the free stuff.
Get your Wi-Fi game up and holla at us on beatnetworkonline.com.
Get it up.
As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your support. And as always, Big Los, it's the Noize.